My territories are full of survivors, lone fighters, and factions. But all of the living kill for the same thing: to further their bloodline.
And that was a clip from Savage Kingdom, a new 3-part special from Nat Geo WILD, premiering tonight, Friday. And joining us now to discuss is Nat Geo WILD General Manager Geoff Daniels. Welcome, Geoff. Nat Geo is calling this a wildlife documentary unlike any we've ever seen before. So what makes this series a genre buster?
Well, thanks, Tanya. And what makes it a genre buster is that we are trying to just break the mold of what I would describe as the traditional, stand back spectacle or overly romanticized forms that we've seen over the last decade of wildlife storytelling, and instead doing something where we're really playing this out more like a scripted drama, something that we're following in a completely intimate way, the full sort of arc of these animals' lives in their sort of breathtaking and brutal reality, as a way of connecting audiences just more deeply with the real struggles that they face every day to survive.
And brutal is right. There's even a parental viewing advisory. Is that right? Is this rated PG-13?
I think it's got a TV 13 rating on it. But really, I think that it's an approach that we hope and we believe is going to create empathy for these animals in ways that perhaps you've never really felt before, just because of the intimacy and the way in which we follow them. And so, yeah, I think that for families that maybe have really small children, we wanted to make sure that we respected those sensibilities. Sure. And gave people a sense of what they might be coming to.
Now, I love that the narrator is actor Charles Dance, well known from Game of Thrones. And that's no coincidence, correct? There are many parallels between the popular HBO miniseries and Savage Kingdom.
Without question. I mean, I think internally when we were first developing this, it was sort of a shorthand for what we were aspiring to in terms of the kind of amazing, dramatic storytelling that we were going for. But yeah, I mean, I think that once we immersed into their stories and saw the arcs and the complexity and the nuances of how these animals, really fight for dominance and the right for bloodline, those parallels weren't contrived at all. We were seeing that action unfolding in the field every single day.
So drought is coming is sort of like winter is coming, right, Geoff?
Yeah, no, exactly. I mean, in a way, that drought really compressed the action and threw these, rival animal clans and our key characters into just extraordinary and difficult situations where they were having to make unbelievable choices. And the things that we were able to see and witness and cover were really, in many cases, unprecedented.
So set the stage of the drama for us a little bit, if you will. We're in a remote part of Africa, land is drying up, and animal clans are battling for whatever fertile land remains. Is that right?
That's right. So we're in a place called Savuti in Botswana, and the Savuti Channel is very unpredictable in that it runs and dries up, in 25, sometimes 30-year cycles. And so as the drought is coming, as this river channel is beginning to dry up, what you see is that these animal clans are key characters, protagonists, are being sort of drawn into that last remaining water source. And as they're being drawn in, they're, of course, having to really not only fend off each other, but also begin to realize, how they're going to maintain their hold over their own animal clans as that pressure just mounts and mounts and mounts.
The clash of the clans. Now, Geoff, tell us a little bit about the process of shooting Savage Kingdom. I understand your team was in the field with the animals for more than a year, sleeping on the top of their vehicles?
Yeah, that's right. Actually, it was almost 2 years. And our film team, led by a visionary filmmaker by the name of Brad Bestelink and Natural History Film Unit Botswana, they have been operating in that region for over 4 years now. And for this, we got just this unique and extraordinary access. So they literally were embedded with our key characters 24/7, almost 2 years. We had 5 crews, did about 20,000 hours of coverage just so that we could unpack really the full arc and the full story of these animals' lives in a way that we believe no one's ever done before.
Amazing. What an experience. A total coincidence. I was just in Savuti last March, so I can't wait to watch tonight. Total coincidence. And it sounds fantastic, although I think I'm going to put the kids to bed first. Geoff, thank you so much for that.
We hope you won't be disappointed.
Can't wait. Thanks so much for that. Have a great weekend.